Okay, good morning. Well, it's morning for me anyway. So I'm having my morning hot chocolate, and I thought, well, I think it's probably time to release a video on the beginnings of season 11. What to do, what to expect, how to start, really, I think is the things I would say. So you open up Diablo, and you'll come to this screen, and we need to create a new character. Now, I'm creating this in season 10, but the same holds true for season 11. You're just going to be in, I think it's Kyoshavad to start with. But the whole premise about how to get here is pretty much the same. So create a new character, create the character that you actually want, whether it be Spiritborn, Barbarian, Sorcerer, Necro, Druid, Rogue. I've never played the Rogue, much since the very first season, I think. So I am going to play a Druid. So we confirm the class, male or female, up to you. Then you can customize, do your own customization that you need. That's me. I'm Scottish. We're very pale. Anyway, so you can customize it the way you want. I'll just leave it the way it is right now. Same here, same here. And then you'll come to this page here. For the campaign state, you'll want to start with a Vessel of Hatred campaign completed, as long as you've done one season. If, however, this is your very, very, very first time to Diablo 4, you might want to start with the original campaign that will go through the whole of the storyline. Or you might want to start with a Vessel of Hatred campaign, which is it introduces you to Nahantu. But more than likely, you'll start with a Vessel of Hatred campaign complete. Confirm that. And we are wanting seasonal. If you want to run seasonal hardcore, then that's what you do. But not many people run hardcore. The majority of people are running softcore, which is just the seasonal. Enter your character name. Start the game. Strongly, strongly recommend you start it on normal. There's no need to do anything else. It's necessary when you first start the game, start it on normal. Otherwise, you'll find you're dying quite a lot, and it's really unnecessary to do hard or expert, even though it actually does. No, it does give some more XP and a little bit more gold, but the reality is normal is perfectly okay for you to do your leveling process until you get through to the capstone dungeons. So confirm. Wait for the game. Now you come into the main, and there we are. Now I think in this is for season 10, but in season 11, I think you're going to end up in KY. So the first few things that you want to do, open your character screen. And then you have this icon here, wardrobe. Click on your wardrobe. And what you want to do is equip a pet. You might have a multiple choices of pets. Just choose one that you're comfortable with. Hit escape and confirm. Now here, if you want to change your headstone when you die or the town portal, here is also the place that you can do it. I'm just going to keep them default at the minute. And that's that. The second thing that you want to do, if you have mercenaries, you have these already opened, you travel to the den. Just like this. And then what I would suggest that you got some choices here. For the beginning of the game, I would suggest that you go with Rahir, hire the mercenary, and you'll come up with a skill table. And as you're walking through the game, you'll be able to do skills. To begin with, you probably want to go in this direction. This gives you resistance to all elements. And then this gives you increased damage. So that's a damage reduction. This is a damage giver. So you probably want to keep these two. However, some people enjoy Subo because he actually opens up the map, so you can see everything on the map that's there, all the herbs, all the other stuff, and I quite like Subo, especially for the map. But I would suggest that instead of Subo, you might want to go with Rahir, and you'll follow this path. Ground Slam, Rahir's Aegis, Bastion, and then Inspiration, because then this gives you the two passives here, resistance to all and increased damage. Then for reinforcements, I would suggest that you go with Variana, and I like to choose the Bloodthirst, which gives attack speed and unstoppable, and triggered when any skill is in combat. So that would be my recommendations. You can do whatever you fancy, to be perfectly honest, but that's what I would recommend. Now, if you don't have the ability to go to the mercenary den to choose, then you'll need to, because this is one of your first times to join the D4 franchise, then you'll need to follow the quests in which to unlock. And these quests will be available to you in this screen here. And this gives you the various quests that's here, and one of them will be for the mercenaries. Okay, so far so good. Well, if you hit your tab button, it'll come up with your quests. And if you only want a seasonal quests, press a seasonal, then click on the first quest, and it will tell you what to do. Here we need to speak with a villager. And where's the villager? Well, he's right there. And we know he's right here. So just go click on the first character that introduces you to the seasonal quests and start your seasonal journey. Now, if you press U on your keyboard, it will come up with, in season 10, it was called the season journey. In season 11, it's the season ranks. And in the season ranks, it will give you what you need to do to complete the first rank to get to the second to get to the third, and so on. So this is an important thing to keep an eye on. Do them as soon as you possibly can, and it will add to the power and the enjoyment of the season. As a beginning, it doesn't have to be any more difficult than that. The key is to get into the game, start it, and have fun. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye now.